Hi, everybody. It's been a little over a week since I've seen you. Glad you're back. Been feeling a little under the weather. Stomach flu going around, yeah. Every one of them go around, I get it. It's rough. So for the last week, nothing. Just be sick. I'm a little better now. A lot better, actually.
Still kind of sick.
I'm always sick. Got that going on. We had my friend Adam bring by this old homlite. Now, let's put this in the category of possibilities. I've been watching Tin Man's channel, and he seems to have a friggin' angle on these homelites. And I'll bet you that if there's anything at all left of this crusty old thing, you know how many saws have been given to me with its tongue hanging out. I think this is an XL12, I'm not sure. I can tell, well, we know it's old anyway, but this was sold and serviced by the Woodcutter Shop in Jasper, New York. Those of you that are local, if you remember that was a long time ago that we used to deal with them people over there. They were good people. But as time passes, things move on, shops close, new ones open up. There isn't many new chainsaw shops opening. There's a bunch of them closed, especially in today's world. It's not going too well for them. And which is really surprising to me. I think they need good mechanics. That's what they need. It's getting harder to get a place around here anyway, where you can actually take an old saw of whatever it is and get it repaired.
They'd rather just sell you a new one.
Yeah, it's like, well, we'll give you $75 trade-in for this old piece of crap on this brand new thing you don't want in the first place. That's what they want to do. But that's kind of a neat old saw. They weren't fast, but it's all there.
Well, most of it.
It's shedding.
It's mostly there.
It's shedding. You know what? The bar's rustier than heck, but it's actually a decent little bar on this old saw. But this is one of them things that was a barn find. And he says, well, you can have it. I said, well, cool. If I need one part off this saw, that was worth it. If I get it running, decide to hot rod it. It was definitely worth it. It won't be one that just sits on the shelf and don't run. I don't like saws like that. Now, that started something. Tin Man, this is all your fault. I know it. People watch this channel, and they watch your channel now, and I'm really grateful. All of you that went up and seen Tin Man saws, thank you. He's a good man. He's growing fast. He's growing real fast, and he deserves it. And this little case up here, I got to show you what my buddy Zach. Listen here. I'm going to get him on video. Sent me this. I said, what the heck? I don't need a chainsaw coffin. Yeah, a homemade carrying case. I've never seen one personally. I didn't even know they had one. But you're going to be surprised about this. Now, somebody really didn't need a chainsaw that bought this, I can tell you that. And it's in a case. And a little top handle. What? Was there stuff in there I didn't see?
Just plastic.
Just a bunch of junk? I'm going to say this saw runs. See how loose that chain is? That's duller than all get out. So they run dull, and they didn't readjust it. Didn't try to do anything. But a little homelight Super 2 top handle. I'm gonna guess. I don't know the homelights very well, but I'm gonna guess this was their probably one of the smallest saws. A little lemon saw. Just a cute little bugger.
I have a massive muffler in that thing.
Yeah, they got a very interesting little muffler. That's what I noticed too. That's one thing I seen. I think they got that little shield on there to keep you from burning yourself. That's what it's got to be for. When we get where we're building my personal saws again, This is going to be one of the candidates. I'm pretty sure of it. I'm going to see if this thing will run, actually.
I think it probably will.
I just wonder if it won't run.
Oil pump? No.
I wonder if it won't run. That'd be hilarious.
Pull it over. Has it got anything?
Geez, I don't know. Hey, you know what? That needs to be taken apart and cleaned. But, I'll tell you what, that's going to run in it.
It's got compression.
It's got compression. If we got a coil in this booger, it's going to run. I don't know what all you have to take apart to get to the carburetor. This will be a learning experience. Probably about the time good weather hits. April, May, we'll probably tackle this. Be a fun project. I think one of you guys left a comment wanting to know if I had any parts for one of them, and I never answered it because the fact that I says, Al, I've never heard of it. And I looked it up, and I said, well, you ain't going to find one of them. And it was just a few days later, somebody brings one. It's just amazing. Okay, we're out here in the saw shop.
Cleaning.
We're cleaning. This is Sunday, obviously. I hope you guys are having a good Sunday. Now, here's what's coming up. We are caught up with personal work. It's been a month that I haven't been out here. A month. I can't believe it. So, we got to pick up where we left off. Starting Monday, I will be out here. I'll probably spend 3 days, maybe 4 days out here next week, because I do have a couple little things that need to be taken care of. I'm going to try 4 days a week out here. That's what I'm going to try for the next couple of weeks, probably till after Christmas. During Christmas, I'll probably spend quite a little time out here. Other than, I think what we got to do during Christmas would be a good idea, that if we, in back door of the alcove, put the sheetrock up. Yeah, we need that. Just a little area. Just do the ceiling. We're just bare insulation there. Been that way a couple of years. So I think we're going to do that. I got to buy 2 sheets of sheetrock to finish that ceiling. At $15 and change a sheet.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness sakes. I was thinking, well, why don't I just use OSB? Do you know what that OSB is right now? 23 and change a sheet. Yeah. I see where this is headed. The one thing I can get all kinds of is logs. That's not a problem. And I'll tell you what I'm thinking. I'm thinking come spring, I'm going to look for another sawmill. I think we need a band mill around here, Colin. I didn't even talk to you about this, have I?
Yeah, I think so.
Did it?
Yeah. Put it in the side yard there.
Yeah, I think I need a band mill. I really do. I want to do that. Mikey, he's my neighbor. Hi, Mike. You know who I'm talking to. The rest of you don't. I won't mention his last name, but he a bit younger than me. Good lad. Knew his dad well. His dad's gone, but his dad and I drank a lot of beer together. And holy cow, did we ever drink a lot of beer together. Remember all that, Mikey? Mm-hmm. Well, I woke up. He did too. Yeah, he passed on, I think, a year or two ago. His dad did. God bless you, Mike. God bless you. Okay. We have, in order, this is how I want to accomplish things. We got the key to the bush muffler finished for bucking. We got his Pool & Pro 455 finished. I want to run that just a little more. There's something about the, on that Pool & Pro 455, there's something about the decompressor I don't like. I got to get into that and see, as it doesn't always seal very good. That's kind of a classic. You know that's a Pioneer. You know that. It's just got the Pool name. We have Hogan, his son's 2511T, that I started building a muffler for, a pipe. That saw's done. It's been done for a while. I want to get that pipe done. We'll probably do that first right here on video. I have another saw I got to put seals in. And then we're going to get the most important one that I have here out that I want gone. I want it gone right now, even if I throw it in the dumpster. That Blue Thunder 66. Yeah, we have everything going the right direction. We got great numbers now. I just have to finish the port job and final assembly, run it, ship the damn thing. It's been here over a year.
Yeah.
I've never had a saw fight me as bad as that one. That's actually, you know what that is, Holzforma. But I think that might have been one of the earlier blue ones. I'm not too keen on building them Holzformas. And after this one, I've got a brand new kit for one of them Holzforma G660s in orange. I've got the new good quality crank, cylinder, piston, everything, all the upgrades already. I will be putting that together on video. If we have the same problems, we know what to do. We just won't build them. We'll go on. We'll pick. We want to do a series of saws, but of custom saws. If we can make this work where they're valid, great. This Blue Thunder that we got here might have been just a freak, just an absolute unnatural freak. I ran into Husky 372s. They had a lot of deck height problems. They're all over the map throughout the years. And you can't just pinpoint by year. I think what happened, their machining, they've done so many of them that their machining would just go out of whack on them. They'd have to stop, re-crack, blah, 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 start building nice ones, and then they just go out of whack. I think their quality control sucked. Steel, any of the steels through them years, I haven't seen no variations anywhere. In fact, they were doing really, really quite nicely. I got a smudge on my glasses. I'm looking out one eye.
Is that why you're leaning over in your chair?
Yeah, actually. A lot of crazy crap going on in the world. We don't care. It aggravates me so bad that I don't even want to talk about it anymore. It's probably best if I don't, ain't it, Colin?
Yep.
I get pretty upset about it. Okay. It's Sunday. Might as well have a little story time. There was a couple things that happened that led me to remember a couple stories I was telling them last night. I think I'll tell some of them.
Yeah, that's pretty good. It sounded pretty good.
Okay. Now, I had this friend, Jeff. They moved in next door to my grandma when both of us was very young. He must have been about 4. I don't think I was 5 yet. I don't think I was in the kindergarten yet. Maybe I was. I don't know. I think he's a year younger than me or something. Maybe 2. And then he's got a brother, Mark, and another brother, Mike. And we'll just leave it right there. Well, Jeff is one of them guys from a very young age, was always doing crazy things. He'd laugh and joke, but he pulled a lot of pranks on a lot of people, including me. And some of them wasn't very nice, Jeff. If you ever watch this, I want you to know that. He was a good friend growing up. He kept things exciting, I can tell you that. Well, you remember them, they called them mini boggins. It was a dark sheet of plastic with a loop in it. You just kind of laid on the plastic, rolled that loop up in front of you, so it worked like a little toboggan, and you rode downhill with them. Well, my brother and I both got one of them for Christmas. I got a blue one, he got a red one. Yeah, I remember all that. That's something in that. Well, my friend Jeff got one of those little plastic mini boggin things that you sat in. Plastic was starting to become the new hand sled back then. And he wanted to try it out. Well, he called. He knew I was at my grandma's house because it was Christmas. And so everybody opened the presents. So in the afternoon, he calls. Hey, you want to go riding downhill? Well, we had this way cool, super dangerous, fast place to ride. I'll actually take you and show you where some of this stuff was that we done. at some point.
You gonna ride down the hill again?
I don't think
Make a
I'm
good
going to do
video.
it. I'm not going to do it. Anyways, so we already had this trail broke, and it come right down off a big hill. Now, this is a long ways. This ain't just a little ways. It's a long ways. And it come down, and then there was this natural plateau, and then it dropped off about, 10 feet. You jumped it, but it always drifted right in there, so you just kind of poofed into the snow, and away you go. But no big deal. But we was doing that with hand sleds, and that's what we had. My hand sled was getting pretty sorry from all that, but yeah, it's the one of the runners kept folding under. You ever had that happen? Yeah, I know you did. Well, so I says he wanted to know what I got for Christmas. Jeff did, and I told him what I got, and he says, "Oh, good." Well, he says, "Come over and meet me in front of Dad's garage." So I did, and I grabbed that, and I ripped the freaking paper off and unrolled. Well, when you first buy them, they're rolled up like this, right? So you stretch them out, and they go floop like window shade. So they're hard to get on. So you roll them the opposite way. We learned that one real fast. But, so he grabs his brand new little mini boggin, and I'm on this little plastic fantastic. And he said, no, let's walk up behind the garage and up over a hill that way. Okay. What? I was wondering at the time, well, why don't we just walk up where we normally do? That's well broken trail. It's real easy. No, we're going to want to start right at the top. All right. So we get up there. Now this little trail is about 6 foot wide. And it was well packed because we'd been riding downhill the day before. And it was running about 16, 18 degrees temperature. So it was becoming quite firm, believe me. And so I says, okay, so we get to the top of the hill, going through thorn brush and goldenrod that was taller than we were. And I was like, man, I don't ever want to do this again. This was the dumbest idea ever, coming in this direction. We get to the top of the hill. He says, there. He says, let's race. Well, when you're a little kid, somebody says, let's race, you better they're going to get a jump on you if you don't get the jump on them. So, boom, I went down on that. He says, you go first. I go, what? Let's race, you go first. And I looked back, and he wasn't moving. Well, I'm going to beat him pretty easy. Duh! Yeah, I'm going to beat him. So I get down, all of a sudden, part way down the hill where it started really dropping off, it was glare ice. And I was flying. When you dig your toes in on a hand sled, you generally can slow up pretty good, right? Well, even on one of them little plastic sheets. No, didn't do nothing. It was a sheet of ice like I never seen. And it was well polished. And oh my goodness sakes, I'm going down. I knew when I hit where that bank was, it kind of leveled off a bit. I was going to fly. I was afraid of going through the barbed wire fence. It was only about 150 feet to that barbed wire fence. Well, there is a grove of old apple trees, and a lot of them had died. And but the rest of them, we used to eat the apples out of there, and oh my goodness, I had a great time playing in that area. Well, all of a sudden, and I didn't see this, they'd built a ramp about 3 feet high at a 45-degree angle. Yeah, they did. Right there at the front of that bank. My nose smashed into that. Straight up in the air, I went right over top of one of them apple trees. And there was way too many people seen it. Yeah, because I think the only person in town that didn't know what was going on was me. Thanks, Jeff. Never forget you, buddy. I landed. All I did, I landed. And by the grace of God, when I hit that barbed wire fence, that bottom wire was so rusty, I just blew through it. If that had been a new one, it'd have probably killed me. Jeez. So, okay, you'd think I would have common sense enough at that moment to not trust this kid for the rest of the day, because he played a lot of big jokes. We called him Bubba. So no, we continue riding downhill. Well, we decided to ride next to that. Yeah, right next to that. Well, what happened is right next to that where the sheet of ice was, we got a trail broke. Everything's good. You know, bypass that crazy ass ramp they built for just to kill poor old me, and everything went good. Well, his little mini boggin thing, got it wind caught up, got it away from him, and it went down the hill all by itself. And they had just enough snow on the end of it that actually let it keep going. And it just said, well, I don't want to walk all the way down here. And I said, well, I got to go home. I got firewood split. Okay, but he says, how about if I just sit on you and we'll just go slow. I'll just kick my feet out. We'll go slow going down this hill. Okay, that's a good idea. So I did it. It's like, sure, you're an innocent. What do, you know? Now, how could you turn that into something bad? Bubba did. We're going down this hill. He's doing exactly what he said, long as it was going just a nice. Once we got where we was dropping off, it was really, that's quite steep in there. We dropped off. No, that fat bugger laid right on me and encouraged that freaking piece of plastic that we was laying on back on that ice. We're headed toward that ramp. I'm trying to get off. I'm going to roll over. Not with Bubba on me, I ain't. No. We hit that frickin' ramp that they poured water on. They must have worked for all day carrying buckets of water from the spring, which was above, and just dumping them down to get that all to freeze. They had to have worked hard at that. Man, I didn't want to hit that ramp with Bubba on me. He outweighed me by twice. I was a scrawny, lanky kid, and he was just not. Well, we hit that ramp. Well, with the combined weight of the two of us and that thin little sheet, we blew right through that ramp. We didn't jump nothing. We just broke right through it. And I remember my nose, it took all the height right off my whole nose, around my cheeks just a little bit when we blasted through that. And, you know, you would think I would have learned. No, I didn't learn. Pitched straight up in the air. And when I landed, Jeff actually got about 4 foot above me. He still had a hold of my coat. So I take this major impact after hitting this stupid ramp and blasted through it, dropping 8 foot down on the hard packed snow by this time. I hit, oh my God, it blasted the wind right out of me. And then Bubba goes right on top of me. I'm done. Oh, he just laying there laughing and kicking. He thought that was so stinking funny, and it was ridiculous. And you know whose fault that was, right? Me. Because I was too trusting. He wasn't always like that every day, but boy, them days he was being mischievous. You sometimes didn't see it coming, some of the things Bubba did. And those of you who live around me, a lot of you probably don't know who he is, and some of you older ones know exactly who he is. Don't you? Surprising amount of people watch this channel that lives very close to me, and they never told me. I didn't know. Every little while, once somebody pops in, oh yeah, I'm watching it every day. Arf. Cool. Didn't know that. Thanks, man. Thanks for all of you that watch, period. Anyways, we're walking home, and I'm kind of sore, if you want to know the truth. I've been through a lot. And so he turns to go up his driveway. Hey, you want to go riding downhill again later? Nope. How about after supper? Nope. Tomorrow, not. Not gonna. Well, snow might melt. I said, no, it's not gonna. It's January. We got a long time. We didn't have to worry about it. We had good times here. What was that program, that Nitro Circus? You guys see that yet? Now, I didn't know anything about it. He told me about Nitro Circus. He says these guys are crazy. It's got Pastrani there. These guys are nuts. You got to see it. But, you know, I watched it, and I told Colin, I says, you know something? Them guys grew up in my hometown. All the dumb stuff them guys do, they just have a bigger budget is all. Yeah. That's all there is to it. We did really, really crazy. And we never thought a thing about it. Just way off the wall. Way off the wall. My goodness, when you live in a place where you can get 60, 70 kids together playing together. Well, they're not playing nice. It's competition. You'll get a dozen. Well, I can jump this. Yeah, but I can do it faster. I can do it farther. You can't do it because you ain't none. But I can do it because I got this thing that makes this happen. Poor guy like me, I was stuck with whatever I had. But, oh, goodness sakes, we built these coaster go-karts right downhill out of old wagon. Just take your coaster wagon and build a wood framework and put a bolt through the front of it so you could steer it with your feet. Had a little rope. Used to get them big wheel tires from the dump and put them on. Well, this is all nailed together with nails and 2x4s is all it is, and little kids was building them. Well, right in that same area, we're riding downhill, just a little further over, we'd take these stupid, reckless, dangerous piece of crap down this monster steep hill. Well, when you got to the bottom of that, you had to turn left. Well, when you did, the bank rolled the wrong way. And so you slid pretty good right around. There's this huge hickory tree, and then you go down through this little lane into a pasture. Well, if you couldn't make that corner going about 70 mile an hour, there was this real big bank that you jumped off. It was about 15, 16 feet high. Still there. I told Colin last night about that. We'd get 20 of us at least. 1, 2, 3, go. Bumper to bumper on these things. If somebody ahead of you lost a tire or flipped, everybody got ran over. Everybody. And if you would ever had these phones like we got now, somebody that's come to stop this if they seen it. I guarantee it's a wonder somebody didn't get killed. You know, it really is. I mean, these things, like your rear axle and your front axle, you take two 2x4s and nail them together about 70 nails. And so you got a 4x4, and you're busting this stuff like it's matchsticks when you wreck. And you're just tumbling through this whole mess in the dust and the blood and kid spittle. And I said, we ought to go up there and show this for these guys on video where we did this. Riding downhill during the summertime on them coaster carts. There's a barbed wire fence and a little hedgerow there, right by that corner. Well, I'll bet you there's still debris from them go-karts wrecking that you get tossed up against that barbed wire fence. I'll bet when we go up there, we'll still see piles of that stuff from them broken carts. And it'll probably just curl my hair when I see that. We would break and bend things and just, you know what's funny? Oh, you got caught. Oh, man, sometimes you go home bleeding. Your shirt got ripped off you damn near. You lost the shoe and never found it. Never found it. Your brand new Levi's. Big, huge, long rip in the friggin' leg from another go-kart frickin' with a nail sticking out grabbing you. That kind of thing. Yeah, Nitro Circus, they didn't have none on us. They just had a bigger budget for real. Geez, that was crazy. The things we did on dirt bikes, they didn't have four-wheelers back then. Things we did on dirt bikes. I'll tell you a bunch of them stories. There's more stories from my childhood than we have years left on YouTube. Let's just put it that way. If I went another 8 years on YouTube, I still couldn't tell them all. It was that good. Or that bad. So when you guys watch me out there in the woods cutting firewood and cutting a few trees here, dinking around, and you notice I don't walk good, yeah, you just smile because I had a great life growing up. But you probably know why I don't walk too good. Yeah, things got bent a little bit too much. When you're growing and you keep getting hurt constantly, pretty good, but you don't go to the hospital because ain't nothing fell off yet. Yeah, that's the way it is. You notice this. You really do. And then when you get older, you will pay for it. I want to hear some of your stories in the comments. I don't care if they're long. My entertainment is you guys in the comments. I'll never be able to go back through and get all the comments answered that we've missed over the last few weeks. or emails. I'll do what I can. From here on out, I'm going to do my very best to answer comments and emails. I can't promise nothing. We got to get these saws out. If you're on WhatsApp and you ain't heard nothing from me, don't worry about it. I'm still alive. If you're waiting on a saw from me, thanks for your patience. Hopefully you still got it. Soon. Very soon. We don't have many to do. Take care, guys. Have a great Sunday.
Goodbye.